Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're going to be doing a movie tier list. So we're going to be ranking all of the Star Wars movies from worst to best, in my opinion, from S being the best and D being the worst. I actually like most Star Wars movies. I'm a Star Wars fan, collect a lot of Star Wars collectibles and all that sort of stuff, so I do enjoy most of them, but there is a few that I'm not massively keen on. Obviously this is my opinion. Your opinion may be completely different to mine, and that's absolutely fine. But yeah, we're all going to have different opinions. Our lists aren't all going to be the same. I would actually like to see what your list is, so if you put your list down in the comments below, I'd be interested in see what your lists are. So maybe they're all similar, maybe they're not. I'm going to do another list with the TV series and stuff included, like The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi and all that stuff, but I'm waiting for Kenobi to wrap up. But yeah, we'll get into this for now. If you like the video though, please subscribe, comment, and leave a like on the video. It really helps me out. Without further ado, let's start off with The Phantom Menace. So I actually enjoy The Phantom Menace. These aren't actually in order anymore. These were in order earlier, but we'll start off with Phantom Menace. We'll do it in chronological order. So yeah, The Phantom Menace. I like Liam Neeson. I like Darth Maul. I like Padme. I like young Anakin. I actually enjoy the story. Jar Jar Binks does ruin it a bit. The pod race is amazing. Kind of reminds me of Formula 1. I don't think it's a pretty good film. I just think like Jar Jar does bring it down a little bit, but I can sit there and I can enjoy it. So I'm gonna put it in B tier because I think it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just okay, and I can enjoy the movie. So yeah. So now we're gonna get on to Attack of the Clones. So here it is. Attack of the Clones has one of the better. I like Jango Fett. I like the clones, but to be honest, I find Attack of the Clones quite boring when I'm watching it. Like, even though I was raised on the prequels, because obviously I was born in 1998, so I'm 23, so I was brought up with the prequels. But to be honest, it's a little bit boring for me. It's good, but it's a little bit boring, so I'm going to put it in C. I do enjoy it though. It is pretty good. Right, now we've got to find Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith. This was the very first Star Wars movie I ever saw in cinema. I think it was 2005, so I was 7 years old. I think it was my mum taking me to go watch it in cinema, and I absolutely loved it, and I still love it now. To be honest, I think this is going to have to go in S tier. Revenge of the Sith is so good. There's so much combat, there's so much story. Everything about it is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love Revenge of the Sith. There's nothing in that movie that I don't like, and I think, yeah, it's got to be an S. I think the only thing I would change is maybe at the end when you've got Yoda and Palpatine fighting and then Anakin and Kenobi fighting, instead of keep cutting between the two. I don't know though. I'm not a director, so who knows. Next we've got to go on to Solo. Solo's good. I actually enjoyed Solo. A lot of people didn't. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It definitely felt like Star Wars. But how much have I watched it since it? I haven't watched it much since it really came out. So there's nothing that really grabs you and hooks you to it. So I think I'll put Solo. Maybe here for now, and we can move it later. I think here's okay. C. Now we've got to get on to Rogue One. Rogue One, I really like Rogue One, and I really love the Vader scene at the end. I love most of Rogue One. The only thing is, I really don't like the actress that plays Jyn Erso. I don't know why. I just don't think she's a very good actress. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, and they'll go, no, she's good. I actually preferred Andor. I preferred Cassian Andor over her, and I think he was more intriguing and more interesting. She was a bit, I don't know, like, I don't want to fight for the rebellion. Oh, you're rebels, aren't you? I rebel. It just kind of felt like forced, and it felt a bit too quick. So, yeah. I'm going to put Rogue One. I think I'm going to put Rogue One here for now, and then I might move it later. Yeah, so next up is A New Hope. A New Hope, I really enjoy it. I like A New Hope. It's actually, I know a lot of people say it's most boring out of the three, like out of A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi, but I actually like it. It has a charm to it, so I'm going to put it in A. I think A New Hope is really good. I like Old Ben. I like... didn't really like Luke so much, to be honest, in A New Hope. I thought he was a bit whiny, a bit whingy. Leia's cool. R2's cool. C-3PO's also cool. Vader, amazing, obviously. Grand Moff Tarkin, very good movie. I love the story also and how it sets up the other two. Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is absolutely terrible, and I think it should go in D tier. I'm just joking. Empire Strikes Back is probably one of the best Star Wars movies, so I'm going to have to throw that in S. I don't think it's better than Revenge of the Sith, though. I think I prefer Revenge of the Sith, but Empire's close. Maybe it's because I was born, like I say, I was born in 98, so that's probably why. I know a lot of people that are born and grew up with the originals would probably say Empire was the best. Understandable. I do like Empire. But yeah, for me, Revenge of the Sith is just that little bit better. I love the story between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and yeah. Empire is good though, and I love the Battle of Hoth, and there's not many things in Star Wars that beat the Battle of Hoth. So, next up we have Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is another movie I love a lot. I love Return of the Jedi a lot. I think A tier above A New Hope. I like Return of the Jedi. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, you got Ewoks defeating Stormtroopers. So what? It's fun. I enjoy that movie. I think it's a really good film. I love the story. I like the bit with like Vader, Palpatine, and Luke when he's trying to turn Luke to the dark side. You know, Luke's like, I'll never join you. And yeah, I really like that movie. I like the Endor scenes. I like the Battle of Endor. I like pretty much all of the film. I like the beginning as well, the Jabba sail barge. The only thing that was a bit bad was like Boba falling into that pit in the Sarlacc pit by getting knocked off of one of the sail barge skiff things. That was a bit weird, considering he's supposed to be like this all powerful bounty hunter. And Boba Fett's one of my favourite characters, so it was kind of, but amazing. I loved it. I actually had a Lego set of that as a kid, and the sail barge, and I loved that too. Now we've got Force Awakens. See, this is kind of hard because I kind of enjoy The Force Awakens. I think it's actually pretty good. It is a copy and paste of A New Hope, but I think The Force Awakens is pretty good. It started off strong. The prequels, not prequels, sorry, the sequels started off pretty strong with The Force Awakens. It was a bit weird how Rey defeated Kylo at the end, but you can kind of get past that. I liked Poe in this film. He actually had use. He didn't really do anything in the other films. Finn was awesome in this film. BB-8, Unkar Plutt and all that. Yeah, so yeah, I would say probably... I don't know whether to put it... I think it's less boring than Attack of the Clones, but I think Attack of the Clones is actually a better film. So I don't know where to put it. Maybe I'll put it here. So I think The Force Awakens is good. Like, S to C are films that I actually enjoy. I do like all of them, to be honest. D is ones that are okay, but I don't really enjoy them. And moving on to things I don't really enjoy, The Last Jedi. I'm putting it in D. I hate that film. It's the only Star Wars film that I hate. And I don't really know what to say about it because I hate it. I hate the Leia scene with like Mary Poppins flying through space. I hate that. I hate Rose in that film. She's actually a bit better in Rise of Skywalker, but you know, Rose, Finn, they absolutely destroyed Finn's character in that film. Also, what annoys me is, you know, I'm a Battlefront 2 player, so we got Battlefront 2 content and they introduced BB-8 and BB-9E, and as much as they're cool, I like BB-8. I think BB-8 was fine, but having BB-9E in the game or BB-8 over other heroes, like maybe even R2 or other heroes and villains that could have been in that game, like Jango, Padme, loads of people, even Poe Dameron would have been better than BB-8, in my opinion. Or I suppose BB-8 will give you a bit more variety, so maybe not better than Poe Dameron, but yeah, that film just didn't hit for me. I hated the Canto Bight stuff. I thought it was just terrible. Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker was weird because when I first watched it in cinema, I went to midnight launch for all of the sequel films, and Rogue One and Solo. I went to all the midnight releases, and I remember coming out of Rise of Skywalker going, actually, that wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. But then I remember watching it again in cinema and thinking, I'm not so sure. And then I watched it on DVD, well, Blu-ray DVD or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think it's definitely in C. I don't like the end of it. There's so much missed opportunity in this film. That's what actually lets it down the most. It's not even the fact that the film was bad. It's just that there's so much missed opportunity. And, like, they could have had all the Force Ghosts up at the end. And, you know, Rey, the Force is with you, instead of just the voices, and actually help her. Or, do you know what I would actually have preferred? I would have preferred for her to die, Kylo get saved and turn to the light side. That's what I would have preferred. But Kylo, I hated Kylo in episode 7 and 8. And then in 9, they really have you rooting for him. You feel like this guy is actually a really good actor, and you're rooting for him. But for me, it's either here or here. But I feel like it's got to go there. It's better than The Last Jedi. So let's quickly review this and make sure I've got this in the order I actually enjoy them. So we've got Revenge of the Sith, Empire, Return of the Jedi, New Hope, Phantom Menace, Rogue One, Attack of the Clones, Force Awakens, Solo, Rise of Skywalker, and The Last Jedi. I think that's fair. I think that's my list. I think the best two movies out of all of Star Wars, definitely Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back. 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt for me. My favourite films. But anyway, yeah, like I say, leave your list in the comments below. I'm actually really interested in seeing them. You can actually include the Clone Wars movie if you really want to. I didn't. I don't really see it as a movie. More like a long episode of the Clone Wars. It's not a very good movie anyway. Yeah, you can include that in your list if you really want to. Include the TV series also if you really want to. I'm going to do another tier list soon, and I was thinking of doing one on all of the Star Wars games that I've played. Obviously, I haven't played every single Star Wars game, but for example, like Force Unleashed, Race of Revenge, the old original Battlefront games, the new Battlefront games, you've got Lego Star Wars games. I've played all of those. Thinking of doing a tier list of all of those games and seeing how that goes, because I'm intrigued to see what other people think also. But yeah, that's my list. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow, helps it get seen by more people, helps me provide more content. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.